Alright, this is my 04 Celica GT with one little problem. I go to unlock, it won't unlock anymore. So now I have to use the key, which is really annoying. So to fix that, see, the other ones are going, but not the driver door. So now I got a brand new door lock actuator. So I'll go ahead and replace that. So now you're gonna need 2 little screwdrivers, maybe another screwdriver, definitely need a Phillips and a Torx T30 screwdriver. Step 1 is to get your little clips out. You got 2 covers in the front and 1 cover in the middle. With finesse, you get this cover out, save it over here, and then you can get your Phillips and get your 2 screws off the bottom. 1 here, 1 in the middle, and these 2 in the front. And your 1 in the middle here. Now once you have those screws, you want to loosen it on the bottom. You got 3 clips, I believe, on this side. And pick up on the back. Then on the front. And then you'll have this little corner piece pop out. Lift up, and you want to disconnect the stuff that's back here. You want to get the harness for your mirrors disconnected, and then you want your door lock disconnected. Pull this out, and this one comes out. You got the ball out. So once you have that removed, you can take off your door and see what you got left. First, you have this plastic. I kind of ripped this before by accident, but it's easy if you got a razor. Just cut the tar as you're going along, or just tar caulking, and then once you're done, it'll go back and stick. But just to get it off for now, it's easier just to cut it and get that all back. Don't cut your paint or your finger, and you'll be fine. And this will expose what you need exposed. And once you get that at a good point, you can let that hang. And then your door lock actuator would be right about here. Here it is. So we just gotta pull it out. You got 2 bolts here, and then you got 3 T30 screws here. So we'll go ahead and get the screws out first, and then we can get these bolts out. Alright, put everything over here. Once you got the 3 screws out, you can take out 10mm screws with your 10mm socket. This loosens up. So this is be careful, this one on the top is pinchy plastic. So when you got loosened up, you can get it off with the fingers. And then this whole assembly is now loose. Now just unclip your cables on this holder here. Ready to rock and roll. I just totally forgot about the rods in there. If you can see, they go up for your handle and your door lock here. So with these, you just take your finger and move the clip up. and then you can push the rod out. Now your rod's loose. Now I'm locking and unlocking my car. And then up top here, it's the same thing. If I can get to there, you got this clip here, right about here. You just take this up, it swings up, and this clip goes out. It's hard to do this with one hand, but you get the idea. There's a harness right on the bottom of this. We gotta disconnect this. So once you disconnect the harness, alright, now everything is finally disconnected. Really take this out. And this is your door lock mechanism. And then here's the faulty actuator. And this is your door lock unlock. This is your door pull lever. So this is how it manually does that. So we just gotta take this puppy out. New one, I believe I got on Amazon for 80 bucks. And this will sit just like the other one right in there. So we just gotta take this apart a little bit, get this new actuator in, and stick her back in. Now the easiest thing I did was just take this plastic shroud off. There's 2 screws here. You got one. Is right here.
Love you.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. Easiest thing to do is just put the screws back where they were, then we won't lose them. And this is in the back here. Once we have this out, get the clip out, and now we're free. Alright, I got a little scared. This is the original one, and for the door lock mechanism, it's got this for the door, but for the inside pull, it's got this little loop thing. And the one I received only has for the outside door. There's no loop. So I gotta modify it a little bit. So I cut all the plastic off of this, and this just pops out. There's this plastic heated on there to keep it on. So I gotta switch this one out. And this one, the old one, just had a pin. So I took the pin out, and you can see this just comes off just like so. And this one just has that, but I need this for the interior door lock and unlock. So I gotta switch this out. So the key difference is this one is nice and flat, and it's got a hole for that retainer pin, which is a new one. They just went longer and then melted the outside to keep this on. So I just gotta cut this flush, and I'll drill a hole in it if I can, if I have a small drill bit, or glue it. And then that should be alright. Otherwise, I plug this in already, and it locks and unlocks, and it works like brand new, except for the little problem with having the wrong lever. So there's not that much on the internet, so that's why I'm doing this. and to get famous. Alright, what I did to file this down, I just used a razor and got the excess out. And then to get the same size as this one, I just took a drill and just evened it out. So now I can take off the new one that's wrong and I can reinsert the old one. The old one fits right on and it'll move with the pull for the interior door lock. To secure it, I'm just going to screw a little hole in there and then I can reuse the same retainer pin. And then it'll be almost brand new, because it will be. Okay, I just got the hole drilled in. So what I did was I just stuck this one on. You just drill out with a small drill bit, get it through. And then so you don't mess up the pin too much, you could just clean it up with the drill here, make it a hole a little bigger. And then that should now look like the old one. So you got the hole there. This still works. And since I ground out the top, the old one will go right on like so. And then we can reinstall the retainer clip. The only thing with this is it's clamped in the end, so I'll squeeze it down and we'll pass it through again. I'll clip the end again. Alright, after a little finesse, I made the hole the same size. It's grounded down to accommodate the old lever. So you can stick that in. And then for the pin, I just clip the edges so it'll go in nice and smooth. And so since it's going to be this way, yeah, this way. Let's see, the pin went in like so. So once we get the pin in, and then we'll be ready to install. I'm just going to gently do it. Get the pin. Oh, it's almost there. There it is. It's shooting out. Beautiful. Alright, now it's modified to accept my Celica. I believe what happened, I ordered this, and this is for a Scion, I believe. But the only difference was that this is made a little nicer. And this one, I just had to modify. But as you see, this thing was made in 2004, this was made in 2013, and so on. Let's say I can get the date code on it, 04, 13. So, I guess we're going for these. But now, we're going to be ready to install. I just got to clip this end so it doesn't come back out, and then we're good to go. Alright, now that I modified the actuator back to what it's supposed to look like, we can reinstall it into the assembly. And I got these two screws holding this thing in, as one just fell. Let me pick that up. You can see it here. Alright, it's got 1, 2. Let's keep that there. Then we have to stick this one back in. Alright, we got that in there, like so. We stick this in there. So you want this one to be in the ball. You want the little triangle piece inside the lock. And then you just line up the screw holes, and then she'll be set to go. So you got the 2 screws in here. So let me get this one. It's actually off. There you go. Okay, we got that tight. Okay. So now when I pull on this cable, it'll unlock it. Actually, this is locked. Then that's unlock. Or vice versa. Unlock, lock, unlock, unlock. And then if you pull on the door pull, you can see that pulls. And then this will pull it automatically. That's your door pull. Oh, this is your lock here. Your door pull there, whatever. Alright, now we got the assembly together. We can reassemble this. This is your door lock here. This will just push that up. This is your lock unlock. And your lock here. This is your door pull. So right here, this is your door pull. When you want to open your door. And then this is your lock. Lock and unlock. And then we're ready to put her back in as soon as we get the shroud back on. Just remember the screws that were there. There's the screw here. Which went... I'm just taking it right there. Okay, so we have the screw there. Plus we had this screw here. So you want to get your notches in there. Hey, what's up? Okay, I'm putting this back together. Alright, we just finished up with my door lock actuator. As you can see, it's actually locked this time and actually opens. So we got the panel back in, all the clips, we're good to go. And that's about it. Good to go. Alright, just to recap on the door lock assembly, the only tools you need is your 10mm socket wrench, your little screwdriver to pop off the caps for the screws, actually your number 2 screwdriver, and your T30 Torx screwdriver here. And the part I got was this Intermotor, and you can see it's a DLA185. It said it was for the Celica, but as you can see I had to modify it to make it work. And then if you want to modify it, you can too, because it's missing that other lever on top here. So we got the old one here, which was made in 2004. As you can see, it was January 30th, 04. So as you can see, my car is over 10 years old, but still going good. And it's sitting pretty in the garage. Alright, I hope you enjoyed my little amateur's video and amateur